What's up, Fish World? Once again, this is Rama with Schools of Fish, just coming to give you guys another update on the breeding room, well, temporary breeding room, and my 93Q planet tank with discus and soon to be ultimate and rummy noses. Made a little bit of progress. Just want to show you guys some quick updates on this little small breeding room before I work on the fish shed sometime next year. Alright, so don't have a whole lot of fish, but I do have been working on the setups and the layouts and just plotting what I'm going to be doing, how I'm going to do it. This was kind of like a last minute, just wanted to set some tanks up and get ready, show myself that I was committed to do a fish room. So if I couldn't do this successfully, it was no point in me investing all the time and money in building a shed to do I think it's about 60 tanks in there, but pretty much go over each tank and what's in it and what I plan to put in it. This tank right here is my Tanganyika. It's a 29 gallon shell dweller with some Lampologus brevis. It's currently about 6 in here. I think it's pretty male heavy, but I do have at least one pair. I think that male right there and female to the top on the top left. They seem to be pretty often courting in one of these big shells. I think the shell right here. So gonna get those guys going. I may throw some Necropinus Cyprochromis in there. Haven't decided yet. Don't think that they're going to interfere with the brevis, and they'll breed in the middle to top column. So sometimes it's kind of good when you get two sets of fish breeding in a tank. This tank, I haven't decided what I'm going to be breeding in it. Right now it's just a grow out tank. I have a lone inhabitant, little Buccochromis notatus. I just happened to see him at the shop. Can't really see it too well, but he was showing this really good potential. So I'm just pretty much growing him out to get him good size so he can become a nice. I think that he has potential to be a nice shellfish. So currently this is just my grow out tank. I probably will breed in here because this will be my other grow out holding tank. When I order rays, I may keep some in here. So right now it's empty, but pretty much it's gonna be my quarantine / holding tank for now. This tank, which I just recently drained, I believe it's about a 20 gallon. It's like a frag tank. It's a custom tank, but I got a pair of double red cacatodes in here. The male's always chasing the female around. I just recently did a water change. Well, took the water out. I got to put water back in. I laid the light on pretty much 24/7. The plants have been dying off, but that's because I just now really started putting heaters in the tank. Actually, I haven't even put a heater in this tank yet. I have to get some more extension cords. I know it's not really popular to use extension cords, but I'm using 50 and 100 watts, and I kind of run out of outlets. So that's why the moss has been kind of dying back somewhat. But give it about a few months, I think it'll be pretty plush. This tank right here, right now they're probably hiding, but I got a pair of carbensis. Something I told myself I wouldn't breed at all, but because they're so common and inexpensive for me to get. But I just put them in there. I had a ton of carbensis. Somebody dropped off a ton of fry. So I just figure I'll play with them until I figure out what I'm going to put in here. I think that I'm getting some Pistogrammas that I plan on putting. I know I have Trifisciatus that I'm going to put in this tank. I have Honkschloi that I plan on putting in this 20 long. The Trifisciatus, I'm going to put them in this 5 gallon just because I think they don't get very big. I think the male max is out of 2.5, 3 inches. I'm going to put a lot of moss and Java moss and Java fern in there. Keep it plush. Don't know how well that's going to do with the pistos, but I figure it's going to be my little experiment. From my experience, the pistogrammas, the males get pretty aggressive. So I feel they need at least a 20 gallon, but I just want to experiment with the Trifasciatus since they are a smaller species. This tank right here, I'm going to do some shrimps. I haven't decided which ones yet. More than likely, I'll do blue velvet because they're the most popular selling shrimps that we get. Literally, when we get blue velvets in, we sell them all within a week. So these two tanks will be shrimps. This 20 long over here, probably try a pistogrammas or another small dwarf species. Not 100% committed to it yet. But last couple tanks. Oh yeah, in this tank I may end up doing like some type of mid-size serum / chocolate cichlid species or something. Maybe not chocolate, I wouldn't call it mid-size, but something that probably gets 6 to 8, 10 inches. That's not too aggressive. I'll probably try to breed them in here. I am gonna grow plants in here. I do have that safety Zorb that I've been telling you guys about. Like I said, I haven't been running heat in the tanks and it's been pretty cold, so some of the plants got shocked and died back, but I fully expect them to fully take hold and start growing back within the next month or two. This tank right here, growing out my group of 6, sorry, brain fart. These are the Crobia, the Crobias and Guenses. Sold a few, decided to keep 6 to grow out and breed. Once they get big enough to pair up, I'll probably thin out and keep like 1 male and 2 females. So got them in this little 20 gallon for now. Hopefully these sword plants will get plush. I want to keep this light on maybe 24/7 and keep fully planted. Maybe put a few coconut shells in there for breeding spawning sites. Let's see where it goes with that. But I fully expect them to be in there about maybe 2 to 4 months before their breeding size. So no rush on this. It's just kind of like a project working on. And this last tank is kind of growing out. I don't know why. I've always liked these bleakeri. I just decided to grow out a pair. I don't think I'll breed them just because I have a supplier that I get them from at a good price. When I breed, I try to breed fish that I can't get pretty easily, and fish that will sell pretty fast and at good price. So if I can get something inexpensive, or if it's very common, it's not worth my time to breed it. Even though the bleakeris are pretty popular sellers. One of my imports down in Florida that I go to, I get those pretty inexpensive. But the main fish in here are these Mesohero ornatus. I will probably start taking videos on my camera. The Samsung, my Android is it's a good phone, but I'm not overly impressed with the video quality sometimes. Sometimes when I take pictures or video, it makes fish seem much smaller and it doesn't really get the coloration too great. But these guys have a lot of potential. I ordered some after seeing the pictures and I thought they were very beautiful fish once they get full grown. I haven't really seen too much aggression issues, but with a lot of these Central American fish, you don't really start seeing the aggression levels till they become subadults. So these guys have some time. So just growing them out. Don't know if they'll be able to live in this 29 gallon, well, breed in this 29 gallon, because I will thin them out. I think I have 2 males and a female. So we'll see what goes with that. I'll be playing around right now with 13 tanks or something like that. But I'll have plenty more tanks, and that's not including 10 gallons. I don't really include those into my tank count. But once I get that shed going, I'll have plenty of tanks to experiment with different species, all different size fish. But wanted to give you an update on this, and next I will show you the 93 cube. Alright, so here's the 93 cube sitting in my sitting room slash office. It's been pretty good so far. Plants aren't growing that fast, but like I've noticed before, the roots are starting to grow pretty good. I got the moss kind of tacked on there. I'm not too worried about making it look too pretty. I'll give it months before it's time for them to really start growing onto the logs. But I have these 4 discus, which are actually starting to get very, very social now. They readily eat now that I've taken those geophaguses out. But I have these guys, and I plan on putting about 3 autumns in there and maybe about 20 ruminoses. I have my small cleanup crew of these Siamese algae eaters and a few hummingbird tetras. And also back here you can see these porthole catfish. Alright, getting to show you how social these discus are. They love to eat. And I got startled by the camera, but these guys are rather voracious eaters now. They used to be very shy and not want to eat anything, just very reserved, but now they eat pretty good and look like they're growing. So it's I think it's time I can start adding other fish in with them. But yeah, hopefully by the time this tank's done, I'll have plants growing all the way to the ceiling. I have to readjust the light, but this is the 93 cube. Got my snails that's been growing pretty good. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed today's little short video. Nothing too spectacular. Just wanted to show you the infancy stages of this fish room and how it all started and where eventually we're going to get to. Hope you enjoyed it, and look forward to plenty more to come. So check us out. Also, my next video should be unboxing for this week. Just got some imports coming in, so stay tuned. See y'all later. Peace.